How's it going everyone? Chris here with another Modern Warfare 3 gameplay commentary. This particular game is the best game I got while collecting clips for my Model 1887 shotgun guide in Modern Warfare 3. Like I mentioned in the guide, if you've seen it already, if not, check out the little speech bubble annotation coming out of my little head in the corner. So like I said in the guide, this is the first game after unlocking, or finally unlocking, the damage proficiency. And it was amazing what difference it makes. Just check out this initial spree I go on. I think I make it all the way up to a specialist, unlock the full specialist bonus. And I think it's I think every single shot is a one-shot kill, which is complete night and day compared to what I've been experiencing from level 0 up to level 27 of this weapon. You can get some crazy hit markers, really reminiscent of Black Ops shotgun hit markers without the damage proficiency. So I was really happy to get this game after finally unlocking damage. I've been having lots of fun with it since. So if you're going to be looking into unlocking the damage proficiency for the shotguns, you really want to be either choosing the Spaz 12 or the Model 1887. Saying that, they're the two pump action ones that you want to consider. The KSG-12 is not as good. It only emits 6 pellets as opposed to 8, so it's not as powerful. But saying that, there's the semi-automatic shotguns, like the Striker in particular, which is really good. But when I consider shotguns, it's like sniper rifles. I don't really consider the semi-automatics or the fully automatics in some case. I only really go for the pump action shotguns and the bolt action sniper rifles. I don't know what it is about them, but they're the ones I tend to go for. And shotguns in particular, I do absolutely love them, and which is probably why I'm sat next to my airsoft Mossberg 500 Cruiser replica, which is on the wall in my office here. So definitely a fan of shotguns, and I do love running around playing with them in game. If I wasn't a graphically minded person, I'd probably be one of these people who concentrates just on a particular weapon. You know, like you get these sniper commentators like Steve Schwint. He's obviously a sniping guy. He snipes in all his games. Expert sniper. I'd probably be the shotgun alternative, just using a shotgun all the time. So like I mentioned, shotgun's definitely my favourite weapon. I was really happy by the time I got to that level 28 to unlock the damage proficiency. It really made a big difference to the weapon. I was pulling my hair out during the first 27 levels, or at least until I got through range anyway. The range proficiency is not as bad. You can get some really nice long shot kills using range, but damage is just really what you want to be aiming for. It's just a shame that it takes so much time to actually unlock it. I think in that guide I mentioned that the Model 1887 is the shotgun to put some time into, but saying that, the breaking news, the latest leak or latest bit of information that's been discovered over on the Den Curson forums, a little Easter egg, is that if you equip the extended mags attachment on the Spaz 12, it emits an extra 50% of the pellets. So I think what was the number now? So I can't remember, 12 or 16 anyway. So it makes it much more powerful. I don't know whether that's a bug that's going to be patched, or whether it's just a little Easter egg feature that kind of just left in there for players to discover. But beforehand, a lot of people had been unlocking the damage proficiency for the Spaz 12. And still not being too happy with it. Obviously the original stats for it were a lot lower than what the Model 1887 is, and recently rumoured to have been patched. I know the long range damage figure was incredibly low for the Spaz 12. I think it was only like 5, which would mean you'd need 20 pellets to kill at long range, which is just crazy. So I think it had been apparently it's been patched since, making it beefing it back up to the figures more like the Modern Warfare 2 Spaz 12. So, but I know some people have been playing around with it, unlocked damage, and they still weren't happy with it. So at least now we've got this little piece of knowledge that if you equip extended mags on the Spaz 12, it does make it a really nice weapon. So I'm going to have to go through the whole process again with the Spaz 12 now to unlock the damage proficiency and extended mags right up to the later levels. So let's see what else can we talk about today. I guess we can kind of carry on talking about the whole lag issue, and I can get onto my little tips on how to best set up your Xbox and your setup. So I think we left off in that last video. I talked a little bit about NAT types. I might just recover that a little bit, because your NAT type doesn't necessarily reduce your lag in game. It's more allowing your connections between other players. So if you've got a moderate or even a strict NAT type as opposed to open, you're going to be having trouble connecting to friends or connecting to other players. So you're not going to be able to find those games, those good games which are hosted by people with good connections, because you're not going to be able to connect to them. So I guess it does affect lag in a way, because the only players you're going to be able to connect to is other players with a moderate or strict NAT type. So I guess you might be looking at connecting to players further afield, so then that might in turn affect your in-game lag. But generally you want to be aiming to get your connection set up to open, and the way you do that is, like I mentioned in that last video, you just if you just do a Google search for port forward and then the make and model of your router, and it'll give you a guide on how to log into your control panel and set up the relevant ports. And if you look on, I think it's the Activision site or something, it tells you the relevant ports you need to open. Or the other alternative is just to drop your Xbox in the demilitarized, I can't even say this word, DMZ zone, which basically just puts it on the other side of the firewall, so your router's not adding any security to it, so it's not blocking any connections at all. That would be quite a security risk for any sort of normal computer, but for an Xbox, you haven't really got any valuable information on there, any valuable files apart from your actual game files, which no one's really going to be interested in stealing. There's no credit card information on there, because obviously your Xbox Live subscription's done through Microsoft, through their online gateway, so there's nothing on there that can be stolen. So it's pretty safe to be in the DMZ zone, which is probably the easiest way if you're having trouble getting those ports opened. So get your NAT type open, and you should find that connecting to games is much easier. And obviously, like I said, in theory you'd be able to connect to the best lobbies without any trouble. So otherwise, the main thing that really draws back your connection is the actual setup you've got into your house. Obviously, the infrastructure from your service provider is going to be pretty good. It all depends on how it gets from the connection to your house to your actual Xbox. Luckily for me, I've got mine set up in the lounge next to the TV, which is right next to where the cable comes into the house. So obviously mine's all plumbed in using an Ethernet cable. So that's the best way, for speediest connection. If you're running a wireless connection, unfortunately, you're going to be at a disadvantage, because the wireless signal is going to be a lot slower than a wired signal. If possible, you want to be trying to get your Xbox set up wherever your cable or internet line comes into the house. Then I guess the only other thing to really keep in mind is to not use up your internet connection with anything like streaming music or uploading or downloading files. I've recently tried uploading one of my YouTube videos while trying to play Modern Warfare 3, and it just goes to show how much difference it makes, because I couldn't find any games under 175 millisecond ping, and when I joined those games I was obviously getting a red bar or a yellow bar. As soon as I finished uploading the video, I tried again, and I was in a sub 50 millisecond ping game straight away. So you definitely want to be avoiding playing while using up your connection. Obviously it's like a hose pipe really. If you kind of stick your finger over the end of the hose pipe, it's going to be a lot tougher for the water to come out. So make sure there's no one else in your family using the net at the same time. Just ban them from a certain time of day while you're busy gaming. So that's about it for the gameplay anyway. It's a domination game this time, so it lasted a little bit longer than my usual free-for-alls or kill confirmed games. I definitely think kill confirm's my game of choice in Modern Warfare 3. I might save domination for those big ground war lobbies when I come to do some cool class setups using some LMGs or something. So thanks for watching this video. I hope these little tips helped out. Let me know how you get on with your shotguns, and I'll catch you all later.